If I'm going to keep this video to 5 minutes, I'm going to have to be very succinct in my thanks to folks. But I think that it is important for us to recognize the leadership of Julie Miller and Kathy and Josette and Charlene and Janelle all year long. Our board has served longer than they probably expected when they first signed on, and probably more than we have any right to expect them to do. And yet it is in large part that leadership of all of them which has kept us continuing to move forward even in a really difficult time. And I hope that each of you reach out privately and let them know how much you appreciate what they have done. Because I, for one, appreciate them a great deal. The realities of this year have been difficult, and I think that we need to recognize that. All of our lives have been upended and rechanged because of COVID, and yet we have been able to sustain ourselves as a community. And I hope that that gives you a lot of hope, because it gives me a lot of hope. And I hope that you take pride in it, because I too take pride in it. And if you've been a bit on the sidelines, I hope that changes in the coming year. What I'm hoping for is that we can have a more robust system. The thing about COVID for me is it showed me where our strengths and our weaknesses are at this moment. And part of our weakness at this moment is that we've become over-reliant on a very small muscle group for our bodies, our church bodies. That is to say, certain people have been over-functioning. And sometimes we've thought to ourselves, maybe I can't do this as well as somebody else can. And you know what? You're right. But here's the thing. They can't continue to do this indefinitely either. And so it's important for you to lean in as well, because our entire church body needs you to work. If we do that together, we'll be all right. I think it's important to recognize what we were able to celebrate this year. Water communion and flower communion and the stone soup pageant. We celebrated a completely volunteer-run holiday event and the spaghetti dinner, which was a little dark. We represented Unitarian Universalism at Ames Community College for their Faith Day. We had an art show for the middle school kids for Deos de las Mortes. We had our first meaningful conversation with the first African American Speaker of the House, Terrence Carroll. And we celebrated the Interfaith Harmony Week with Greeley Interfaith for the first time in our church, for the first time Greeley ever did it. Before COVID, we were doing a lot of amazing things. And you know what? Even during COVID, we've done a lot of amazing things. So the realities of this year are going to be such that things will continue to be different, and we will continue to have to grow into those things. But when this first started, I said that I thought we could come out stronger than when we went in. And I still think that's possible. I think it's possible because I think we can count on one another to step into leadership roles, to share with other people what they're passionate about, to join together as a community, lean into your community in a difficult time, and work together to make this better. Whether you take an official leadership role, I hope that you recommit yourself this year. We need every member to spend their time and their talent as part of our community. Does that mean that when this meeting is over, you're going to be serving on the board? I don't know. Maybe. But I hope that what it does mean is at the end of this meeting, what you have decided is there is a particular part of our ministry that you find exciting and you want to participate in.